I wear an old pair of socks, I could still be comfortable. I could wear really well.
I will do bit once.
My granny has made some jong, so she's asked me to go pick them up. Wanna come with me? Cutie. Isaac and Ayla just left to go to their daddies, so I will have the rest of the afternoon by myself, and then tomorrow morning I've got my COVID vaccine, so hopefully all is well. I feel so glad to live in Northern Ireland to be able to get the vaccine so early. Literally the next day I've got the kids again, so hopefully my symptoms aren't too bad. Anyway, shall we go on a car ride? Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Today is one of those days where I don't need the radio. I just like listening to the tires on the road. So yeah, I had a really good sleep last night. We got fishies. Weirdly, I feel like I'm already quite attached, even just after a day. There's just something so therapeutic watching them. I just felt this big blanket of love surrounding me. I felt like my house really wants to shelter and protect and look after my family. I feel like this car really loves to look after me. I feel like this world loves me. I feel like the universe is looking out for me. Some of you guys have asked this in regards to if I've introduced the kids to Lumberjack or Ryan Gosling, whatever you prefer. Thing is, when it came to the kids, I think I really took my time. I remember looking up like when's the right time, and I remember reading like 6 months. Even at 6 months, I was still like, I don't know. I waited 10.5 months. I got quite emotional because for a long time, it was always just Isaac and I playing board games. So it felt good to have another adult there. He thinks the kids are great. He loves Ayla's sass, and he thinks Isaac is a great kid. He's always said from day one he always knew they would be my top priority, and he said he would be offended if they weren't my top priority. So he's just a great guy. Obviously from the past I have some issues that I still need to work on, and there are a lot of things I need to unlearn. I just want to live in the present. I just want to enjoy this moment. He's met some members of my family, as I told you. He's met my granny Bubs. We had to deliver like a little mini fridge for her. It just means she can have a cup of tea easily without moving up and down too much. Every time I see her, she's like, my child, I just want to reassure her to let her know that I'm okay. She thinks like I'm just like an old shoe or something that nobody wants.
Okay, do you feel?
Yeah.
And you're feeling well, no symptoms?
Feeling well,
Okay.
thank you. This is so weird. Last time I was here, me and my friend were getting drunk. I am vaccinated, guys. I am so thankful for this day, and it's very emotional. Just over a year ago, me and my friend, we were watching a stand-up show, and we were laughing, we were drinking, and a year has passed since, and so much has happened, and we've lost far too many lives. So to be there was very surreal, to see all the booths, all the nurses and workers tirelessly, endlessly working for us. So I'm just so grateful. I took some paracetamol before leaving. I hope all is well. Meet baby, Bob, Sushi, Chomo, Dubby, and Doggo. Hi, Chubby. Oh, this is what it's like when I tried. Oh, yes? No word? No? Every day when I open my laptop, she sneaks up underneath. I think Chubby enjoys it too. This sounds really crazy, guys, but like I was about to go to bed and I was feeling really good. We just had that farm day, and suddenly it occurred to me that, oh my goodness, fishes are animals. Well, no shit. Yeah, I looked up online, and the females could have babies like every month or two, and they could have like 60 at a go. And platies are live bearers, so they don't lay eggs. They actually lay little fry. And I started freaking out. I had a subscriber tell me she started up with one tank and now she's on 8 and counting, and I was like, suddenly I had this fear of like my tank overpopulating and me ending up with 8 tanks. But thankfully Stuart, my fish consultant, what a cool job title, you know, we've been talking almost every day, and he tells me that the numbers should regulate, so it should stay more or less the same. And this sounds really morbid, but platies, they don't really have a maternal instinct, so when they have the babies, they kind of eat them shortly after, and I really hope the kids won't be there to see that. I hope I'm not there to see that, but you know, hey, this is just life. The point is, that night, for me to worry about having lots and lots of fishes, for fishes to be the worry point of my life, it must mean life isn't going too bad. Ayla should be here any minute. I'm so glad so far I feel okay. I know like a lot can change like in the space of a few hours, but my arm actually isn't that bad. I'm kind of lightheaded, but I tend to get a bit lightheaded when I don't sleep well, whereas, you know, the night before the vaccine I was a bit anxious about it, and then last night I was a bit anxious about getting symptoms. I get anxious pretty easily. You try to stay on for dear life. I just collected Isaac back from school. I'm still a bit groggy from the vaccine. I mean, I'm so thankful that my symptoms have been so mild. My symptoms were more of the like uncommon ones. I didn't have fever. I didn't like have aches and pains, but I had stomach contractions and I had lots of appetite. I mean, not enough to take me down, right? Because, well, I'm a mom. But I was functional, right? I just kind of, it felt like a hangover. I don't think I got to the point of fever, but I feel like my body is certainly warmer. I feel mostly myself today. Kids are going to their daddies tonight, and hopefully, if the weather's nice, Ryan Gosling and I, we could grab some food and eat it along the shore. He actually wants to go for a little walk with Granny Bubs, which I really appreciate. So last time, I think I was telling you guys that Granny Bubs, she worries about me so much, and so like, you know, last time I kind of joked that maybe Granny Bubs looks at me like an old pair of socks that nobody wants. Even now till today, she still asks me things. I know she does it out of love and she's just concerned, but it's not always easy hearing that, because it's not what you need to hear, and having to explain is not easy. There are people who have raised me, who love me very much, that say very toxic things to me. I think it's definitely a cultural and generational thing. How about we stop blaming women for having standards? There are a lot of things about my culture that I feel like is still quite backwards. We really respect our elders, but at the same time, it's the elders that also have very toxic beliefs. So it can be very, very difficult. But I know, like, it doesn't come in a thin air. It takes years and years of conditioning. After getting out of a marriage, maybe made me more hesitant to date someone of my own culture again. But I am so glad that I live in a time where I know, like, hey, I have choices, I have options. Want to gain some respect, you need to start respecting yourself. Anyways, so yeah, if I were an old pair of socks, I could still be comfortable. I could wear really well. It's like old underwear. Old underwear is the most comfortable underwear, right? Good afternoon, everyone. We're currently on our way back. We're gonna go grab some milkshakes. Actually, Ryan Gosling is here. We went to see Granny Bubs. Hi. I think it really reassured Granny Bubs. So she doesn't have to worry about me being an old sock. Obviously, I asked her, like, what do you think? And she was like, 好靓仔. We bought fruit. I was just teaching him, like, you go to an Asian family's house, you have to, one, take your shoes off, right? You know that one. Bring fruit.
Yes.
And never decline any food you're given. Pass. So I think he did okay.
I'm learning.
I'm a very comfy pair of socks.
Primark special.
Primark special.